Hello, hello, everybody. Woo! That light looks kind of bright. What's up with that? I didn't want to be late. Damn, I think I made it worse. Oops. I didn't want to be late, but I wanted to get a little something to eat, so I just grabbed a piece of bread. I wonder if this is even working. Here we go. It is working. I got one viewer. Hello. Should be able to read the chat. Where is the chat? Oh, who's that? Yo! Danny. Danny loves the gas. On TikTok. Quick plug. Oh, shit. That's awesome. Okay. Man. So the stream is just me eating right now. But what it's actually going to be is an art stream. Let me pull up my art project real quick. Come on, baby. Where is it at? There it is. Oh, that was the thumbnail. That was the thumbnail I was working on. Now let me show you the actual artwork. Gosh, all right. I actually got to talk and do things. All right. Where is it? TMNT. TMNT. Wow, I'm so slow. TMNT. Where is it? TMNT for stream. I'm just gonna use this one. TMNT WAP. WOP. I had a better version that didn't have all of this crud here. This stuff. Damn, I'm so unprepared. No, I'm not. I got this. Wait, I can't actually see the chat. I'm an asshole. Ooh. Okay, so basically, what we're doing tonight is we're doing some drawing, and this drawing is something that I've been procrastinating on. So I figured if I was doing it on stream, I'll be a lot more motivated to finish it. And yeah, that's why we're not starting from scratch, or else I would start from scratch. But hopefully if we finish this one up, we'll have time to work on a new one. And I'm telling you, this drawing is going to be pretty dope once it's completed. But I don't know how realistic I'm trying to make it, because you already seen it. But it is, let's see here. It is 9:19 right now. I'm planning on streaming till maybe like 11. But thank you so much, Danny, for coming in. What's it called? I will always remember that. You will be the first person that ever came to my live stream. So you will always get, what's it called? Props for that. Let's see here. I don't know if you checked out my the video I made on Avatar, but yeah, you should totally see it. Still a good way to not procrastinate. That's what I'm saying. Leonardo, yes. Honestly, I don't know if you've seen the new Avatar movie, but it's really good. Like I'm telling you, this movie is actually super sick. And yeah. We gotta chill soon. I gotta find. I have like a pretty open schedule right now. I'm not really working. That's why I've been trying to take the YouTube to the next level. You want to see it? Oh, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. Like literally, Yeah, like literally, but don't watch it in 3D. Don't watch it in 3D. Because that shit was hurting my eyes. It was distracting. It wasn't like bad, but it wasn't like good. Like put it that way. It's kind of weird because they market it in a way where they want you to see it in 3D. But try to watch it in IMAX. IMAX is it's like HD movie theming. It's like if regular is standard, then IMAX is like the Blu-ray version. And what's it called? Oh, yeah. I actually whenever you check out the video, I actually put Nate's song in the outro. And yeah, I've been excited about Nate coming back down and it's gonna bring us all back together. That's just like old times. So that's like really something to look forward to. Hopefully you get a little litty or something. Something along those lines. But yeah, let me I don't know how can I possibly have the chat open and the art. I didn't really think about that. I'm just gonna do this. Yes. Come here. I'm gonna make it very sizable. This call will be back. Do you know if Tyler's coming too, or is Tyler holding down the fort over there? Like, because that would be sad if Tyler wasn't there here. I know people do that though. Like when people like living like a far away and on their own, sometimes like one person goes and the other person works. But I want everyone to be there, including Tyler. So I don't know. See Ethan and Eli. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Man, I wonder if Nate's gonna come on his bike. If he comes on his bike, I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be scared for Nate. I can't I don't know. Because I don't know. I like the fact that he got the bike, but when he said he was gonna take it down here, I was like, bro. In my mind, I was like, that's scary. But I didn't want to say like just burst his bubble because he just got it, you know. But I wouldn't recommend that. Problem with that is like a pothole. Like literally a pothole could just fuck you over. You know? Okay. That's okay. That's nice that he said that because like literally like he just told me, yeah, I'm gonna just do that. And I'm just like, bro, I'm glad that you said that he's not. Yeah. I wonder what like constituted that though. Like what was the change? He might have just been writing it one day and then he was just like, hold up, this shit's kind of dangerous, bro. Because Nate, he's a very brave person. He's got like very strong grip. So I can see why he would be like confident in that, but you can't really account for other people's driving in the road. So that's just something you gotta think about. Yep. All these spots and stuff. The hell? Ah, yeah. I don't know why. I've always been afraid of Dylan Lawson. Dude, what the hell? I went to freaking elementary and middle school with this dude. Yo, what's up, bro? It's nice to see you. Showing support. Appreciate it. Yeah. What's it called? By the way, what is it? What is the degree that you are going for in college? Because I always see you posting about like your tests and stuff, and I was thinking about going to college, and I don't know. I was just curious what you're doing and what your experience is with that. Dude, psychology. So are you trying to become a therapist or like a like what different like avenues can you go with that? and what's it called? Yeah, Nate got me motivated to try to use the bike, man. Like I've always been super afraid of motorcycles, but just seeing Nate get one, I know I'm gonna be a bitch when I get on it though. It's gonna kick up and it's gonna ride out and I'm just gonna lose it. And then I don't know, man. You're getting promoted soon. I'll say, man, definitely deserve it. I mean, you literally got an award. It seems like the next step is yeah. But are you trying to become a manager or what kind of promotion? The sports site and then maybe damn, that definitely sounds interesting and like rewarding, like a rewarding way of using your time and stuff. So I could definitely see you doing that. You definitely have like that kind of build that's just like it's like one of those strong builds. Like I wouldn't want to wrestle you. I could definitely tell just by the stuff you posted and stuff. And you have a surprisingly good amount of cardio, I think, too. Because I think you said you went on like a really long jog, and I was like, damn. So like that's like best of both worlds when you can do that. That's something I can have good stamina, but like I got to work on like actual resistance training because I feel like my muscles are just they're not used to actual stress, so they get tired easily. Yeah, dude. Honestly, your Snapchats are really entertaining and like positive. Like whenever you're just like go to sleep, and I'll see that shit, and I'll be like, damn, looking out for night creatures like myself. Got no good reason to be up. Not even like I'm working late. I'm in charge in anything. I'm gonna try for manager soon, but it's called teammate ambassador. I'm in charge in anything relating to my teammates' wants and needs. Damn. So you just running that. You just running that shit then. You're just like, okay. We do be nocturnal. Yes. Yes, we do be nocturnal. And it's like it's so weird because I feel like a lot of times I stay up late watching YouTube, just going from video to video. But if I'm watching like a show or a movie, I kind of fall asleep easier because, like, I don't know. But like when it's just like short form content, that stuff keeps you up a lot longer than, something that's longer. So, yeah. And I just started like taking the social media a little bit more seriously, but I really haven't, like, had much going on for a long time, so I was just spending that time watching videos. And I guess that's why I wanted to take YouTube more seriously because I feel guilty like I can't be using YouTube so much and not even try to do something, other than just watch. But I'm trying to go to the IRC and get some do my what's it called, my prerequisites, because I think I want to become a doctor or something like that, like an ER medic or something like that, because I want to do something exciting. In terms of the medical field, I wouldn't want to be like in an office and shit and just walking around like someone has the hiccups or something, you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like I feel like I'm chasing that adrenaline. I feel like every day I would go to work and I would know like some crazy shit's gonna happen. I would just always be like motivated. And I heard that some of them can work like 3 days a week and they got the rest of the week off and they just do 12-hour shifts. And I would be so down for that because just to have like half of my week totally free. But I feel like there's a lot of homework that comes with being like an ER doctor to like keep up the information that you need because it's so like you gotta be so careful. Because I always have this fear, like anytime I've gotten blood drawn or like I went to donate plasma before and stuff like that, like I had a fear of a bubble going into my vein because I heard that could definitely kill you. And I'm just like, dude, you're telling me like a little bit of air slipping in through this tube into my vein is enough to kill me, dog? Like that's a big pressure to be a doctor or nurse. And I don't even have steady hands. Like sometimes my hands are like They're kind of calmer now. But sometimes they're shaky, and I can't have shaky hands like in that kind of situation. I'm not even drawing. Hold up. But back to Danny and your teammate ambassador. That just sounds like something that like that I know you're good at. I know you're good at just like delegating. And it's like so cool to see because you went from not really having the authority to really do that to now you're in a position to where you can work more comfortably and more progressively. And that the fact that they recognize that's really sweet. You know, I think I could definitely take some pointers from you on how to, you know, come into a good work environment. I've always had good work environments, but I have a lot of anxiety, so sometimes I'm the problem. I make it just stressful for myself. Let's see. Trying to get rid of that dot. Where is that dot even coming? Ah, screw it. Let's just get into the good stuff. Let's just start painting them. Katana. Go into this layer. Hey, go into that layer. Sorry. All right, now we're gonna sample that color, and then we're just gonna paint. Oh, that's the eraser. Yes. I'm gonna use the eraser. I know. But yeah, I'm really excited for the new TMNT movie that's coming out. It's called Mutant Mayhem, and I think it's coming out like I'm not even sure. I think it's like I'm hoping. No, I think it's August of next year, and that's just like a really exciting movie that I'm looking forward to because Seth Rogen is heading the production on it. He's like really taking a hands-on approach to that. And I'm just so excited for that. But I don't know. They like made them really young. Like they made them like teenagers. And I like that because it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I think the turtles are really their coolest when you get to see them as an adult, as weird as it is. Because like how long can they be teenagers? Like forever? Are we just gonna keep remaking them as teenagers over and over again? What if one of these turtles like grew up, maybe had children? It would be weird. They like lay some eggs. They lay some eggs. And then they got little turtle babies running around. No, that's not good. I don't even want to think about how a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle would reproduce, but I'm just saying, I want to see Leo as a father. I want to see him evolve from that son role and the brotherly role to father role. And if they had like children, who the turtle's gonna make babies with? I would say they would have to find more mutants first of all. So there's this like really funny clip of like these like live action turtles. I'll explain that later. But I feel like there's plenty of mutants in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle world. So it's just a matter of a mutant that has genetics similar enough to them that they could reproduce with. So it would be like it wouldn't be believable that they would find another turtle, but it's happened before where there was this character, I forgot what her name was, but she was like she was a female turtle. She was in this what's it called? Show called The Next Mutation. But it was one of her and then the other four turtles. So it's just so awkward. Because like, I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know, bro. Like one of those turtles needs to make a move. And I'm pretty sure they were all faking it. So it's just fucking cringe. The show sucks, bro. This show sucks. Dude, I'm fucking telling you, bro. Like, just thinking about it is just maybe that's why they've never done it because it's just so uncomfortable to like in concept. But I don't know. They'd have to do like some sort of time skip, like introduce the love interest, do time skip, and then the characters like, oh, they're already born and shit, something like that, or maybe something like they take a sample of their DNA and like some of their DNA gets taken by Shredder. Here's like a little OC like story. So what if Shredder like got some of their mutant blood? He's like, I'm gonna clone the turtles so that I can have those. Oh no, no, bro. That would be so no. Oh gosh, I don't even want to. I don't even think like a kissing scene with them has ever been like not cringe. You know, actually, April kissed Donnie in the 2012 series, and that was just it was cute. But I feel like she was playing with my dude, bro, because she wouldn't seriously get with the turtle, so she was just playing with his emotions. And there's nothing. It sucks, bro. I don't know. It was just I think it's cute when the turtles like flirt with April, like, oh, she's pretty and stuff, but I feel like even to them, they would think like a human's just weird. I mean, I think that's kind of cool. I've seen it done before, like I forgot what show, but they were like, what is that? Like, because they're so not used to being around humans at first. So it's like an interesting concept because we're so used to thinking, oh, they're the weird ones, they're the freaks. But to us or to them, they think of us as like weird, you know? So but but back to the OC to the concept idea. What if the Shredder was like, all right, I can't keep beating these turtles. They keep whooping my ass. So I'm gonna make my own turtles from some of their blood that I got in a battle. And then so they're young, and I feel like he would train them to use a lot more lethal forms of fighting and stuff like that. And I just feel like what's it called? I feel like the turtles would naturally want to take them in. They'd be like, "Oh shit, more of us! Like, let's try to like convert this brainwashing that Shredder did, and see if they can become an ally." And then they could be like kids or nephews or something like that. Kind of like with the Superman and Superboy from Young Justice. You know, he kind of took like a older brother role. So maybe it would just feel like more brothers. Maybe they would play more like parents, but it depends on how young the turtles are. But I seriously doubt like kid turtles could really hang with the teenage turtles because they're better than Shredder when put together. So it's so hard, but I feel like something could happen. Something. But yes, something about the turtles' love life is just it's interesting, but it's dangerous when you get too close to it, for sure. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be posting a video that I already edited, already made the thumbnail for. It's basically, man, I'm so like slow, but it's basically the Nickelodeon tier list. I did a Nickelodeon, and then I got to do Adult Swim tier list. And then I gotta do an anime tier list of all the animes I've watched, and then I'm out of ideas when it comes to tier lists after that. Well, not out of ideas, but you know, I don't want my channel to be all tier lists. So, but yeah, I was thinking about doing a tier list on cartoon dads, like all the like best dads in cartoons in terms of how good they were as fathers. If Squidbillies isn't on it, I will cry. Oh, it will be on. It will be on there. A quick rating on that one. Let me just give it a quick rating. I'd say, if we can safely put Rick and Morty on S tier, because like when Rick and Morty was good, that shit was slapping. Like people were really about Rick and Morty, right? So that's a successful original Adult Swim original. Then I would put the Squidbillies probably. I'm thinking between A tier, and You know what's like a really good one? Aqua Teen Hunger Force, right? So would you argue that Squidbillies is better than Aqua Teen Hunger Force? I don't think so. As cool as Squidbillies was, I don't know if it's as good as Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The best part of Squidbillies for me was the grandpa, or no, the grandma and the always hanging. Bro, Meatwad, yes, dude. Dude, honestly, they had the most creative plots on that show ever, and that's like, even though that stuff is like so grotesque, the creativity, you just gotta appreciate it. What else are some good ones? I'd say Black Dynamite. Bro, you know how many times would we stay up late, right? Watching those Adult Swim cartoons while catching up on homework. Like that was what we did, bro. We put aside all our homework and we would be, or at least me, bro. I would have so much and I would just stay up watching while I was doing my homework. And sometimes I get distracted. I'm like, oh, that looks good. I gotta take a little break from this homework for a little bit. And freaking next thing you know, I'm just watching Black Dynamite. And oh yeah, you're right. dude, dude, that shit was just like, that was like a vibe killer, bro. Like whenever George Lopez would come up, I'd just be like, what did I do with my night? I regret everything. I like rewind the time, not supposed to move. That shit is so sad, bro. Like, but George Lopez wasn't even like entertaining to me, so that was like the biggest slap in the face. Like, I like him as a character. I like him in that Shark Boy and Lava Time. It's bedtime, dude. Bedtime is like you get like 30 minutes. Then after George Lopez, it was like Full House, was it? I think it was. Full House slaps. Made you think, damn, I want to live with them. I want to live in the Full House. I think it was probably one of like the best sitcoms to me, or the ones out of the ones I watched. It was just like so wholesome. The laugh tracks didn't actually annoy me because the jokes were actually funny and I would laugh with them. You know what I mean? I feel like some sitcoms they just spam the laugh shit, and I'm like, bro, it's not even funny, dude. It'd be funnier if it wasn't laughing. But yeah, were you a big Disney kid? Because I really wasn't. I would watch the cartoons, but I wasn't like a Disney like fanatic. Like I didn't keep up with all the live action shows. Oh my god. He has like such a unique like cadence to his voice too. Like there's not many people that sound like George Lopez. And that's good. Good for him. I would be opposed to seeing him in some movies. Shell. But in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, he killed it. He was the GOAT in that movie. The hell? I'm trying to figure out what's a good color for this shell, but because I kind of like how the I have an image board here, but I got so much shit I gotta turn off the visibility on. Okay. So I really like how the shells look here. I like how they're blue. Like you see that? Like you see how it's like blue right there? And yeah, it looks good. This version of the turtles, it did so many new things with the designs. And I guess sometimes they look kind of gray. sometimes they look, you can barely even see Leo's here. It's kind of weird. Oh, in the rise, man, I could just talk about these turtles all day, bro. But real quick, look at how tiny his shell is. I don't like how their shells are so small. They don't even look like turtles. They look like humans with shells on the back or something. I don't know. But Raph, yes, he's huge. And the reason why he's so big is because he's an alligator snapping turtle. Leo is a red slider. Donnie is a soft shell turtle. And that's why he has this invention. Like he invented this backpack to protect his soft shell. And Michelangelo is a box turtle. So it's very interesting because they're all different kinds, and it makes it a lot more interesting than them all being just palette swaps of each other. You know what I'm saying? And actually, this version of Donnie actually has autism. Believe it or not, he has autism. Leo has problems with like self-esteem issues. Raph is just Raph. He's so much kinder in this version. He's like actually like he's the oldest brother in this version, and he's like really like protective of his brothers. And if he gets separated from them, he freaks out. He has like bad abandonment issues, I guess. And it's and Mikey, surprisingly enough, kind of has like anger issues in the show. So I like how they have like these subtle like new character like rizations for them. And in this version, Raph is like he gets angry, but he's more so sarcastic. He's not like angry. Like this version of Raph is angry. Like he literally almost killed Leo. Like they got in a serious fight, and he literally almost killed Leo, and he freaked out at like how he lost control there. But Raph doesn't really get to that point in this version. Leo in this version, he's a good leader, but he's kind of like his character's kind of stale in terms of like I don't know. He's just such a like leader, and it's a good thing. But like when I mean that is like they don't really show the struggle of him trying to like own up to the leader role. Because you ever heard the saying that the leader is usually the person that doesn't want to be leader. Like that best leader is someone who doesn't want to be leader. Because like yeah, and that's this version of Leo. Like he does want to be leader, but more so for the validation, so he can feel confident in himself. It's like a difference than, you know. And then this Donnie, what is this Donnie? This Donnie's just really into his tech. He can be sarcastic sometimes, but he's mostly into his tech. This version of Donnie is so sarcastic. He's so sarcastic, and he's so funny. He really thinks he just like views himself as the most intelligent turtle, but he still loves his brothers, and I love that he's like it's fun. Yeah, this version of Mikey's good. Just kind of like surfer dude. They really lean into the surfer dude on this version of Mikey. This version of Leo is just complete badass. Takes himself very, very seriously. Takes the team really seriously. Almost like too seriously sometimes. This version of Donnie, not really much to say. He's kind of unremarkable. It's a good version, but he's just they didn't really give him much to shine in that movie. What? Let me move it, damn it. Oh, there we go. Did I freeze it? I think I might have froze it. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna reopen it. Open. Wait, did I save it? Hold up, cancel. Hold up. Smoke weed every day. I used to love that song. Got it. Come on. Let me move it. Fine, I'll close it. Now open again. Krita. This is a free drawing software, and it's awesome. All right. Martin Mason Murphy. Saya greetings. Saya greetings? Mason Murphy? Wait, Mason Murphy from high school? From LPA? Yo, greetings, dude. Bro, I remember Mason Murphy. Yo, that's crazy. You guys are in like, dude, that's dope. I didn't know you guys like were still in contact because I knew you guys were like friends, and I was like, yeah. Mason, I always remember you were like really you're like really chill, man. Like every time I saw this dude, I was like, dude, this dude's cool. Like I almost felt like you're just too cool for me to talk to be honest. Like I was just like, and like not in a bad way. I was just like, yeah, I don't know if he would just, but you weren't like stuck up or anything. You were chill. I was just like, dude, this guy's got like a swag thing. So yeah, I hope you're doing good, bro. Yeah. So yeah. I gotta give it to you. Bro. Especially with the what's it called? I don't know, man. I feel like where you really shined was like in gym. Cause you're good in like football and stuff. Oh damn, for real? I didn't know I made a name for myself like that. That's what's up. Yeah. Sometimes I didn't like really hate any of my teachers, but for some reason, I just felt like sometimes I just felt like popping off. I don't even remember what classes that I popped off in, but I would say Mr. Moore. I remember one time I said like, "This is bullshit." I literally said that. Um, because he was you remember Mr. Moore? He was kind of weird, bro. He always had all the girls around him in the classroom, and they would be just chatting up a storm over there, fixing their hair in his mirror and shit. And I'm just like, what the hell? So I go up there and I'm picking out my hair because I had the fro at the time. He's like, go sit down, Martin, finish your work. And I'm like, what? I'm just fixing my hair. You were just letting the girls do it. And then he was just like, he's like, don't argue with me. And I was like, nah, you're always getting on all the boys in the class, but you let the girls do whatever. This is bullshit. And he's like, all right, get out of the classroom. And he called the dean. But Dean Harris never walked up the stairs, bro. He was like on the other side of the school and he couldn't get to me type shit. I remember one time Dean Harris was trying to get me at the bus loading zone because I had done something to trigger him. Like, Subway Surfers, where it's just like, hurry. That's literally what happened. This nigga like trying to chase me, right? And I slipped between two buses in the bus loading zone that's like parked so close to each other that Dean Harris couldn't fit through. And he's just like, he's like, oh, I ran all the way down the line of buses and I found the one I was. Oh god, this is so stupid. I have a lot of stupid stories. I'll just keep going. There was this one time where there was this sub bus driver on the bus, and I think I was like getting up too much and talking to my friends, switching seats and shit. And she's like, "Hey, stop that! Like, sit down." And then I did it too much, and she told me come sit in the front. So I was mad that I had to sit in the front, and I shit you not, when I sat down in the front, I was like, I wasn't mean mugging. I was not mean mugging. I was like, because I don't do that. I don't have like the balls for that really. But I was just like looking at her like this through the window or through the mirror, and I guess that was too intimidating for her because she said, "Are you good? Are you good?" And I wasn't saying anything. I was like, I'm not answering this bitch. Like she just made me move my seat. Yeah, I'm good, but I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of answering, is what I was thinking. And then she literally pulled over the bus, bro. She literally pulled over the bus. I was sitting there. I wasn't even standing. I was sitting there just looking at her like that. I can't even look at someone? All right, whatever. So she pulled over the bus and I was like, what are you doing? And then everyone on the bus was like, what the fuck's going on? Because she pulled over right like next to the bus stop. Like she could have just drove a little bit farther, dropped everyone off and then like gave me a referral or some shit. But she was calling security like inches away from my freaking bus stop. So I'm like, this is my bus stop. Just let me off. Like, screw this. And then she locked the door. She made it so like the doors could not be open. And I was like, yo, you're holding me captive. And I was like, this sucks, dude. I'm not going to wait here for some cop just because you got mad that I stared at you. And I guess I see where I was in the wrong. I definitely see where I was in the wrong now. But at the time, I was like, this substitute bus driver has no right, because if the bus driver that I usually had, she was chill. She knew how I got down. So literally, I went to the back of the bus and I lift the emergency latch, pushed that bitch open, and I jumped out. And I was expecting like some crazy alarm, but it just went wee, 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 wee. And I was like, And I just sprinted across the street to my bus stop, and I started swinging on the playground swings, waiting for her to drop off my friends, and so that they'd come out. And I was just like, I went to meet back up with them. And I was like, that was crazy, guys. And yeah, I got suspended off the bus for like 3 days after that. Yeah, I got so many other crazy stories that I could think of. Like another crazy one that I had was this was back in the days of carts. And this cart, one time I went up to the bathroom in the morning with a bunch of kids that I didn't usually hang out with. And I felt uneasy about it right away because there was just so many people and they were like gassing up. Like it was like hot box in the bathroom. And I was usually so much more like, what's the word? Discreet with it. I wouldn't like partake in that kind of environment because I just knew it was trouble. But for some reason I was desperate and fiending. So I was there and I hit it, like I got blasted, and the bell rang and we weren't where we should have been. We all left the bathroom at one time. Big mistake. When we should have been in class. We lost track of time in there. And literally the dean like saw us, and then he took us, like he was taking us, I don't know, he was like holding us up or something. But then Mr. Santabria came by. And when Mr. Santabria came by, bro, he was literally like looking us each in the face. He was like that. And when he got to my face, I could just feel like my eyes bulging. Like I felt like my face was just twitching, bro. I was tweaking. I was like, it's too much pressure to stay calm when I know the situation looks bad and I know I'm freaking high and my eyes are red. And it just looked bad. Like we were just that group of kids that usually got in trouble. So it's just, yeah. So they searched us and I had a vape on me, and yeah, I got in trouble for that. And I remember thinking, damn, screw that shit. Like that was tough. I was thinking about like throwing the vape somewhere or something, or no, hiding it in my pants. I had an opportunity to hide it in my pants actually, because I walked ahead of the dean because he was walking so slow and the other kids had walked behind him. For some reason, he didn't mind me walking farther ahead, and I turned the corner, and I could have stepped in my pants, but I didn't want to take that risk because, like, what if it fell out of my pants while I was walking, and I would just look even more like stupid. It's like, wow, you're trying to hide it too. But a lot of kids actually got away with it by doing that because they're not allowed to do that, I guess. But I didn't know that. I thought that if they knew you might have had something on you, they had the right to at least like lift the little band. But I guess not. I guess anyone that did that got away with it. But yeah, and I got a lot more crazy stories, bro. I don't know if you remember Isaiah McLeod. He was like an upperclassman, really big dude. I think one time he was calling me retarded, and it was getting on my nerves. Yeah, he was calling me retarded, and I was just like, bro, call me retarded one more time, and I would slap your ass. And he's like, no, you're retarded. Huh? And then I was like, you know what? Fuck this. And I like came out with the widest swing, and he obviously blocked that shit. And then he like wrestled me, and he like wrestled me into like the side of the wall. And I wasn't even punching him. I never wanted to actually hit him. So I don't know why I thought I should slap him. Because I like punching is definitely, and I didn't even know how to fight back then, you know? And so he just pushed me up into the wall. and he was so much bigger than me, but I didn't care. At that point, I was just like, bro, get off of me. I don't want to get in trouble, like, because I didn't want to get in trouble. And yeah, sure enough, I think it was Mr. Moore saw us, and he was just like, yo, stop that. And for some reason, he didn't do anything to us right away because it was a Friday. That's the worst part. It was a Friday, and there was something going on in the gym, like some sort of pep rally. So I like screwed myself over. I even made it all the way to the pep rally before they, the dean came to like suspend me for the fight. I was like, dude, I chose the very end of the day, like literally 7th period on my way out to do that shit. And there's a lot of fights I can talk about. I mean, there's the fights before Can. There's that time I sucker punched that kid Billy because some girl told me to, and I was being a pussy, and I went through with it. I wanted to back out last minute, but I had already hyped up everyone. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this shit. And I don't know why. I wasn't confident in my fighting skills. So I was like, and he was taller than me, and I thought he would. Honestly, I was a pussy. I was like, I gotta get one over on him. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna hit him from behind, I guess. I wasn't really thinking about it like that. I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm gonna hit him from behind. He's not even gonna see me. But I just when I walked up to him, that's actually no. It was like a premeditated murder, bro. I was really like stalking him, and I was just like, and then someone's like, do it while you're recording me. I was just like, yeah. That was the most shameful thing I ever did. I'll tell you, as soon as I got on the bus, I felt like shit. As soon as I got home, I texted him. I'm like, bro, I'm so sorry. I feel like an asshole. Like, I didn't even care about getting in trouble. I just really felt bad because, like, when I hit him, he was so shocked and he didn't even know who I was. And I just saw, like, this look of fear. And it's just like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, bro. Like, if this shit happened to me, if I just got hit from behind from some stranger, like, I'd be so shocked and, like, afraid and shit. And I was like, this is for Kaylee, bro. This is for Kaylee. He was like, bro, fuck that bitch. Like, he was like, even with that, he was like, bro, fuck that bitch. Get away from me. And it was just like, yeah. But I was pussy with, bro. Like, I remember telling her, like, I don't got a good feeling about this. I don't really want to do it. And then she's like, fine. She's like, she didn't say it like that, but she's like, okay, be like all the other guys. And I was like, oh, fuck that. I'm not like all the other guys. So I went and did some stupid shit. But yeah, I even offered to pay him. I didn't have a lot, so I was like, I'll give you $10 because I'm sorry. And he's like, nah, bro, it's all good. And I was like, all right. That was the last time I ever thought about doing some, cowardly shit like that. And then that's when I started taking fighting more seriously because I was like, I want to be an honorable fighter, so I got to actually learn how to fight. So that way, I won't be afraid of walking someone up to their face and just saying, hey, put your dukes up. I'm about to whip your ass. Like, I feel like, if anything, if I could go back and do it, I would just talk with him, see if what she even said was true, and then I'd make him apologize. And if he wouldn't have, then maybe I would have done something. But honestly, in hindsight, I probably wouldn't have because the girl wasn't even really worth it. She was hot, and she was like all right, but you know how it is with girls sometimes. Sometimes she just got one that's just trying to take you around for a good time. I was always the type of kid that wanted to be around for a long time until I got my heart broken. And I was like, all right, screw this. I'm going to be a heartbreaker myself. And then once I realized how fucked up that was, I was like, all right, got to be loyal. Yeah. And I've been loyal ever since. But not really in much relationships, I'll tell you. But I think about it. The way I see it, it's pointless to try to get with a girl if you don't have something to provide. If you don't have goals and something going on for you, it's just pointless the way I see it. Because, yeah. But I know that's not true, though, because I know there's girls out there that are, like, in my position, and they're thinking the same thing, but I just haven't met them yet. I just wish I could just link up with someone that has a like mindset, and it's just like, I need someone that can just recognize how crazy it is to be human. I feel like some people are so caught up in society and labels and shit that they forget like that we have to be more forgiving of each other. Like when we make mistakes or we let the demons win in a decision, it's like that's not that person's character. I mean, it is, but like in that moment, people can change, people can adapt. People fall back. People have traumas. People have there's so much that goes into. That's what it's like when I see anyone nowadays. I like respect them like hella, you know, because I'm like I know. I already assume like you've probably been through a decent amount of emotional turmoil, even if you haven't even voiced it to anybody. Like everyone goes through that. So it's just like, yeah. But back to this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and we may do some more stories later and some more political talk, even maybe. I have some pretty interesting opinions on politics and stuff like that. Not really, but kind of. This version of the Turtles is kind of good, but it sucks because first of all, Mikey looks like that. Why does he look like that? He's the only one with like such a pronounced upper lip. You notice that? Everyone else kind of has like just kind of like a line going on, but for some reason he's got like lip. His head is so weirdly shaped. It's shaped literally like dude, what is that? I feel like the best looking turtle there is maybe Donnie. He looks all right. And then this is the I think this is the Mirage version. That's the last Ronin. That's where all of Mikey's brothers die, and he's like the only turtle. This is the 1990s movie, the best version of the Turtles to ever come out. And that's not even disputable. If you ask any Turtles fan, they will agree that this version of the Turtles was the most entertaining and the most faithful. In terms of animated movies, this is a slapper. Even though the designs are a little bit off for me, what really makes this so good is the fact that Batman's in it. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman. Shredder fights Batman. That's freaking amazing. Shredder fighting Batman is absolutely amazing. Obviously, the 80s version of the Turtles, very good. 2003 version. This is why I think the idea of them becoming adults is so interesting. Because you can just see from their builds, they look like, you know, they're on their way. Like, they look like they're like 17 or something. And they sound like it too and act like it. They act like, you know, young adult turtles. And I like that more than well, I don't know. Can't even say none of these are they're not too childish in any version really. Maybe this version, but it's meant to be, you know, joking like that. But yeah, let's get back to drawing. This is a new version that's coming out next year, and this is why I'm a little bit disappointed. I love the design, but it really seems like they're going into like that 15-year-old range. That's what it looks like. Which I can't expect them to get too mad. I don't think they're gonna have any crazy like serious fight scene, or not that it's not gonna have serious fight scenes. I'm sure it will, but I just don't see there being like a really gritty tone for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but actually maybe I'm wrong. It might be the best turtle movie ever made. I'm believing it to be. I definitely won't believe there. But yes. Where is this? Turn off this scheduler. Oh, what's up, Haley? Thank you for coming to the stream. Very nice to see you here. So here we're working on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle drawing. Let you get the full view of it real quick. Yeah, bada boom. And now we're going to keep working on it. Yeah. So have you seen the what's it called? Are you planning on watching the new Avatar movie, Haley? Are you thinking about watching it, or have you watched the first one? Because I would highly recommend watching it if you haven't already. Oops. Oops. Dude, I promise this is gonna. All right, awesome. Yeah, I would say don't watch it in 3D though. Don't watch it in 3D. It's just it's kind of like it's just like there were some scenes where it was just so not so, but it was kind of blurry. I think it's because I wear glasses, and one of the lenses is differently sized, and the glasses don't really account for that. Like the 3D glasses don't work like that, so it felt like some of the scenes were just like really messing with me. So I don't know if it would be for everyone or just people that have like different prescriptions in their lenses, but it was kind of bumming me out because I was trying to just focus on the movie, but I just kept feeling like, dang, I can't really see what's going on that well, but somehow I managed to like get used to it and I had a great time. I'm really confused as to what the inside of this shell color should be really. Oh, you haven't seen the first? Well, honestly, I haven't seen the first one in a long time, and I didn't feel like it hindered my experience at all. Honestly, I could see you not watching the first one and still being blown away, to be honest, because it doesn't really draw on. It's so hard to explain when I think about it. It's just such a good. It's just such a well-made and directed movie that the story that it's telling can be appreciated in a vacuum. So if you only ever saw that movie, you would still appreciate it a lot, versus, because like the first one had a totally different tone to me. Like this one had such a like a more mature tone to me. It took itself like more seriously, but it was still more lighthearted because of what was going on. It's weird to explain, but it just felt like so much more mature than the first movie. The first movie kind of felt like it was an amazing movie, but it was like introducing all this new concepts, and it knew that it was cool and that it was actually. What am I even saying? What am I saying? I don't know. It's like the first one had this feeling where it's like more action movie, and the second one had this feeling where it's more like adventure movie, if that makes sense. So you kind of like, I don't know. I feel like you would like the adventure aspect. You would definitely be able to settle into that. And who knows? I like watching things in reverse actually. I think it gives you an interesting experience because if you watch like sometimes I watch the last episode of something and then work my way backwards. Not like episode 20, episode 19, but I may watch the 20th episode, then I'll go watch the first episode and I'll be like, "Oh, so this is how it's all starting and coming together," you know? But I don't do that with everything because like sometimes I'm like watching a reverse order is like more entertaining for some things. Kind of. It's weird to explain. I guess I look at it from the perspective if I was writing this show, like how would I get from where I want to end from where I started? Because Stan Lee says like in order to write a really good story, you must first know the ending, and that makes so much sense. Because otherwise, you're going to go like you're not going to be able to space out the elements in a way that builds the suspense as much as it should. Because there's a certain amount of extending after maybe the climax of the show where someone's interest drops off. Like, say the goal was to, for instance, like Avatar, The Last Airbender, the goal is to fight the Fire Lord. And like, that from the beginning. What am I saying? What am I saying? All right, you know that from the beginning. Right. Fire Lord. I'm sorry, my brain just shut off there. What I'm trying to say is the elements. The elements. Oh shit. Let me think. Okay, so we know that Aang has to defeat the Fire Lord. Right, now I know. So after he does get to that battle with the Fire Lord, there's only so long after that that we're going to still be interested in the show, you know what I mean? Because we were guaranteed. Bro, that would be amazing. I would love that. But at the same time, I would feel like it takes so much. You have to really be able to sell yourself to do that. And in a sense, not like I don't have a problem selling myself, but when they hit you with, but we want you to do this with the cartoon, that's the key part that defines the greatest show writers and the lesser ones, because being able to still fit the parameters of what the network wants you to do with your own show and still being able to succeed in where you wanted to with telling your story is such a fine line to ride. And you see it with certain shows where like the network demands that they start to make these changes, and the creator does make the changes because they have to appease the network to a degree, but they still do it so creatively that it's still interesting and still good for people who are just trying to watch the show for the story, and versus like not trying to sell toys or sell merch or whatever weird stuff. Because like a good example of that is like Ben 10, like literally they were constantly being told by the network, oh, you guys got to sell toys, make more aliens so that you can sell more toys and stuff like that. And it's like, how do you prevent this from coming off as just like a big commercial? Because some cartoons, they just feel so fabricated. They just feel like, it just feels like you're trying to sell me something. And that's the part that I don't know if I could handle. But and they do it all the time. Like really good shows just get canceled for no good reason. It happens so much. Like, what's one of the saddest ones is literally Rise of the TMNT. Literally Rise of the TMNT got so much like hate when it first came out, and their show got canceled. And in retrospect, looking back on it now, that show was so good. It was like amazing, and we were blessed to get it. And the fact that it got canceled is just like, well, I really appreciate you. I would want to do that too, but I would have to be really good at just telling them like, this is my show. Some people they just walk at some point or something like that. I don't know. Because then I feel like they own the property. I'm pretty sure Cartoon Network owns regular show more than J.G. Quintel does. And maybe that's why when he got the opportunity to make his own show, he made Close Enough, which is not regular show, but it's close enough. That's the pun there. But I don't know. I would definitely want to work for Cartoon Network though, because it would be like a dream come true. And the reason why is because I grew up with Cartoon Network, and it's like there was something about the time before that there was DVR, and you had to actually catch what you wanted to see at a certain time that made it so magical. Like, it wasn't just the show, it was the fact that you even got to watch it, that your parents even let you watch the TV at that time. You know what I mean? It's just like that was something that made the cartoon feel so much more precious. And in a day now, release with all the episodes and just one spew, and you just binge it. It just takes away from that that discussion that you would have with your friends after a new episode. And you'd be like, yo, did you guys see the finale? Man, this is like, we've been waiting for this for like months. It feels like, it gives you something to look forward to and stuff like that. And I feel like as time goes on, TV's like slowly dying. And it's just like, man, it would be a blessing to make something. I think they had close enough on HBO, but they took it down before I could watch. Let me see the old CN. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The old CN was just beautiful. And but even then the network was still trying to do stuff, but it wasn't as serious as it was getting later, because like the bigger that CN got, the more they wanted to make more money. It's like a snowball effect. Like the second it starts to see success, it's like a collapsing star or some shit. I don't even know how to put it, man, but it's just like, it's crazy. And yeah, like this whole like streaming service thing where like they'll have a show on what's it called? On Close Enough, and then they'll just say or they'll have like a show like Close Enough on HBO, and they'll just take it off the network. It's just stuff like that I don't like about streaming services, is sometimes one show just hops from one service to another service because, I don't know, some sort of deal to make money. And it's just like, damn. I wonder if someone made a new service where it only came out one episode at a time, kind of like old-timey, like, not old-timey, but like kind of like normal television. I wonder how that would work out if people, because like, I don't know, I feel like people are starting to realize that they want to kind of undo some of the negativities of current like entertainment. Like, for instance, there's this like new social media app that came out where you can't really post anything unless, excuse me, you can only post something like at a certain time of the day, and you can't really decide when that time of the day is. It just randomly happens, and it's meant to make the social media feel more natural. Like, oh, I didn't spend like 3 minutes posing for this. It's just what I look like right now. And I like that. I think it's called Get Real or something like that. So I think people will kind of understand or something like that. But I feel like there's so much of the new generation growing up on TikTok and they don't care. Netflix says that so much. Huh. So see, they're smart. They're like, all right, let's like space it out a little bit so people can actually discuss the new episode and build more interest. Because a big way that builds interest is like, people talk about it. But once everything comes out, everyone's seen it. No one's really wanting to talk about it because they already seen it. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's too much to talk about at one time. So people are just like, I'm not even going to bother, Like everyone's seen it. So it's just like, yeah. It's good that Netflix is doing that. I got to check out Netflix's lineup because I feel like I stopped really watching it. And I don't know. I feel like if it's anywhere near as good as when I used to watch it, maybe there's some stuff there that I haven't even seen yet. And it might be bopping. I don't know. Because I know there was a period where everyone was saying, like, there's nothing to watch on Netflix. And I was like, I kind of feel the same way. But once that stereotype started getting fixed by them releasing a crap ton of originals, yeah. I don't like it when every time they're trying to release a new show, it's like they're trying to like hype it up like it's the next big thing, like the next Stranger Things, the next 8 Reasons Why. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always have to be like that. Sometimes something could just be like a hidden gem type stuff. Man, I'm kind of tempted. I know this is a drawing stream, but I'm kind of tempted to do a little gaming. Not sure about that though. See, there's the procrastinator in me. Like, he's just like, you know what? I could play some video games right now. I just saved it because it froze on me. It froze because I'm going so slow. But yeah, Haley, what would you say? What would you say is like your? Oh, I got the Intuos Pro, medium sized. Watch a game. All right, heck yeah, I got the Go, so gonna have to do it. Yeah. So this is the Wacom Pro, Intuos Pro 2 or the first one. I think it's it's the first one. And this the reason why I got this is because I think in 2020 I went to this art school in Orlando, this small art school called First Institute, and I was doing graphic design and web development. I kind of initially thought it was more so going to be like animation based and digital art based, but it was more so like marketing based, like learning how to make logos and make websites and yeah, basically like e-commerce stuff, honestly, like something along that line. And yeah, it's just like and when I got back from Orlando, I was so in love with using the drawing tablets that they had there that I went and got this one. Okay, I can't say it. My grandma got it for me. And it was honestly like a really nice feeling to have it in my hands, to be able to do digital art at home. It just felt like a blessing. But I didn't use it for like the first year that I had it. And I lost the pen like after a year of not using it. And I just felt like I don't know. I felt like I almost gave up on digital art, and then I kind of came back to it just like a few months ago. I picked up the pen for the first time, and yeah, then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get back into this because it's pretty fun. But the game that I'm gonna play real quick is Binding of Isaac. Because I would play Mobile Legends, but that's just too hectic. I think this is a little bit more casual. But yeah, Haley, I just want to ask you, what's it called? I want to ask you. Shoot, let me see. I wanted to ask you, basically, I don't even know, dude. I was honestly, when I think about it, I kind of wanted to just call you, so that way I could. I don't know. It's just. I don't know. What time is it? All right, I'm gonna just keep streaming for like maybe like 15 more minutes. Oh wait, did you say that you were gonna be able to call tonight, or was that like not a good time or something like that? Why isn't this opening? Is this corrupted or something? What is going on? Binding of Isaac. Dude, I can't. Can't open it up. What's up with that? Can I open? Let me see if I can open up Steam. I can't open up Steam? What's wrong with you? The hell? Storage full. Get more. The hell? Oh god. Can I not play these games right now? Let's try this. Mobile Legends? Mobile Legends. I didn't want to play it. I didn't want to play it, but this computer is just forcing my hand. So this is what we're playing right now. Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna dip one of these games in just real quick, just in the stream, and then what's it called? And hit you up, and yeah, it's all good. I'm not planning on keeping you up too late because I definitely should go to sleep too. All right. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how this game works. Damn, my computer is taking off. It's like launching up and away, bro. Like a damn airplane. All right. So we're just going to play a ranked match. I'm actually going to let you pick who I play as. I think that would be an interesting thing. Oh, it does. It's automatically going to upload and stuff like that, I think. It definitely isn't going to delete it. So that's good. Appreciate you. I actually really thank you for coming through. Like, really. What's it called? But yes, pick my character. Oh, shit. All right.
The enemy is banning.
We got some water.
Ready? Go! Please ban a hero.
And some bread. I freaking ran out of time.
I am he, and always will be, no matter what.
Okay. Wait. I gotta ban someone? Hurry up. Oh, shit. There we go.
The enemy is banning. Sniper ready. Give me a target. Your team is picking.
Hello, my friend.
Thank you. You're the best. Dive stream.
I do what I want to do.
Your team is picking.
Fighter. Support. Oh, I want to get this game over with quick, bro. So I'm just going to pick Maya. I'm just going to pick her. 42 matches, 66% win rate. I'm pretty good with her.
It is better to be feared than
The
loved.
enemy is picking.
Cannot both.
A man with a spear is a fortress.
So what's up with global warming? Am I right? We're really feeling that shit over here. Excuse me. Wait, no. I want to play.
I hope they're strong.
Please
I'm like 100% certain that
I am the moonlight.
that our ozone layer is getting burned through, and you know, I feel like in the next 10 years, the world. I believe you. I believe you 100%. It's really sad, but I think it's kind of like, it kind of makes sense because the way we use the world. But there are people that are like really trying to fix it. And you know, I've heard. Everyone hears things, right? I've heard that it's not actually like the CO2 emissions, but the methane emissions from big farm industries. Like big piles of cow shit creates like this methane geyser that like burns through the ozone. And it sounds like that is less damaging than car smoke. But I guess the chemical makeup of shit is just so rancid. So I guess. And like what's it called? Landfills, factories. So much more than just cars. You know what I mean? Like everyone just says it's because of cars, but when you think about it, it's like it's almost everything. But with the amount of money and resources we have collectively as a species, the amount of resources we have and ingenuity, you think like we could just fix it all. We could. If everyone was on the same page, we could definitely do that. So maybe it will happen that the world would just be fixed by environmentalists. And you know, one of my favorite actors, Leonardo DiCaprio, when he got his Golden Globe, he basically made it about climate change in his speech, and I was just like, that's admirable. Same with Joaquin Phoenix. So I feel like, you know, people in high places, they're starting to recognize, you know, that they have a position to motivate people to do the right thing. You know, Mr. Beast and doing the Save the Trees and the Ocean project. So it's like, it's definitely doable. But as long as people are just trying to make money at the Earth's expense, it's just going to keep happening. And I think the saddest part about it is like the habitat loss for naturally living creatures, you know. Yeah. I was just watching a video earlier of what's it called? Oh shit. There was a video earlier of these animals in a zoo. And I was just thinking, like, it's so messed up. You know, zoos are just terrible. I kind of want to go to one because I haven't been to one in like forever. I don't even think I ever really been to a zoo. But to see an animal just caged up like that, I don't know. It'd be really hard for me to not be depressed. I'd be like, damn, this sucks. Why do we come here? But I don't know. At the same time, I feel like animals living in the wild is just a sad kind of, you know? Especially if like there's such little habitat loss. It's just like either way there's gonna be suffering for creatures. This is an interesting thing to think about. But like there's beauty in that suffering, you know. Like polar bears, they're like very threatened because the caps are melting, but they eat almost anything in sight, even humans. But they deserve to be able to eat stuff. I can't imagine I would be like that much help in like in a planetary debate. I would just come here saying like the most matter of fact, obvious shit, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna do it." I feel like the real change you make is creating some sort of way to funnel money into conservation efforts. That's the best thing you can do. Like donating yourself is important, but if you can come up with a structure that promotes people helping others towards that, then it's just as good as donating yourself, pretty much. In a sense. Okay, real quick, how this is working is it's a 5v5 matchup. There's towers on our side and there's towers on their side. We have to push these waves of minions into their turret and take out their nexus. So that's how this game works. What? They're not? How? How are they not white? Really? I've never seen a polar bear not white. Are you serious? Crazy. Man, imagine you just see like a black polar bear. Like, what the hell? You would think at first it's like a black bear and you're safe around it, and then it just starts killing you. It's like, oh shit. That'd be crazy. Man, bears are cute. What if one day people domesticate bears and turn them into like dogs?
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, damn! I guess you're right, because like you wouldn't really know until you get like right up to one. Then you would be like, "Oh shit, this isn't actually what I thought it was." Like, you know, I can't say because I've never been close to one, and I probably won't try to because I don't know. I respect the hell out of nature. I'm saying I'm not gonna be one of those idiots that walks up to something in nature and think it's not gonna kill me, because that's just not good survival instincts. Even something as almost innocent as like orangutan, you know, oh, they're the friendly looking monkeys with the orange hair and long arms. Bro, they can like bite your fingers off. They can hold you so tight. Their grip strength is I think they said like I don't, I also don't know, so don't quote me, but like 6 times as strong as a human's, like a human man. And it's just like, bro,
I can handle
fuck that. Fuck that. Even a zebra. You think a zebra, oh yeah, a zebra's not gonna do shit. Nah, they literally run away from lions all the time. They literally have it in them to just kick you in your shit. They're like way more aggressive than even a horse.
forever shine upon us.
And horses can straight up break your jaw in like one kick. Crazy, man. Animals are no joke. Even small ones like a raccoon, they could just get you, man.
The way of the arrow. Swift, precise,
It's just, it's crazy how like vulnerable humans are compared to animals. But not when we have like an adrenaline boost. If we're really fighting for something worth protecting, humans can do amazing things, you know? I think I've seen this video of this guy like fighting off a cougar. A cougar was killing his dog, and he immediately ran to his truck and grabbed a machete, and he just killed the cougar. And I was like, damn, that dude his blood must have been pumping. He was like, fuck this, you're not killing my dog. I'll be the same way, because a bit of a sad note, my first cat that I ever actually owned got attacked by my neighbor's dog, and she unfortunately passed away. And she was outside of my care. It was actually my older sister was watching my cat for me, and she just left it at my grandma's house, and that's how that happened. But it was just like what am I trying to say here? You know, I wasn't even mad at the dog actually. And when I think about it, when I actually a couple of weeks or maybe a month or so after that, I noticed there was a hole in the fence, and I would see like the dog's nose sticking through the fence. It was a pit bull, and I remember just I was trying to like look at it. I thought I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And it's weird. Like I knew that this was the dog that killed my cat, but I never had resentment towards the dog because I knew it was like my sister's fault for letting the cat like stay at my grandma's house without telling me so that I could come pick her up. Because she left it at my grandma's house with no one there for like 2 weeks before telling anyone, and by then it already happened. And the neighbor told me that the cat just fell on to their side of the lawn and the dog attacked. And I was like, okay, then that's not the dog's fault. Like if something falls into their yard, they're just trying to protect their yard. And especially so because they actually neglected their dog. They didn't take good care of their dog at all. And he had scabs on his face, and they would just make him sit outside in this like little flat concrete slab, like with only a little bit of shade from the sun, like all day. And they never really brought him into the house. And he would be so thirsty that I don't know if he was thirsty and curious for anything because he probably didn't get played with enough. And I saw his nose sticking through the fence, and I would bring him ice cold water, um, and let him drink it through the fence, and then I would pet him. And he wasn't aggressive or anything. He'd let me pet him, and I really liked that dog. I even wanted to walk the dog for them, just so the dog could get some interaction and stuff. And I think they started taking better care of it. They probably started feeling bad, giving him medicine for his face. But he was looking rough and sad. Yeah, I remember thinking, I still love that dog as a creature. Like when I looked into his eyes, I didn't see the eyes of like a murderer or like some evil creature. I was just like, just a dog. But I don't know. It just always amazed me how I genuinely never even had to ask myself, like, do I hate this dog or do I not like this dog because of what happened? I never really had that emotion towards it. I was just thinking, like, it's a cute dog. I like giving it water. I like seeing it appreciate my affection because sometimes cats don't even do that. But what I had told myself is if I was ever in a situation where I could prevent that from happening, like even though it was in the neighbor's yard, if I was there, I would have fiercely fought that dog with my life. I would have fought that dog so bad. Like I wouldn't have cared if I got mauled or what. I would have fought the shit out of that dog for my cat. But I wasn't there, so it's like it wasn't like no use holding a grudge because it wasn't even the dog's fault. But I told myself, I have 2 cats now, but I told myself if I was ever in a position where I had to protect their lives, I would do anything for them. Because I just felt so guilty when my first cat died. Because I was just like, bro, I was just thinking like, what was that poor cat thinking in the last weeks? Like, all it knows is I gave it to my sister. She took her to her apartment. Then she got dropped back at my grandma's house with the flower pot full of cat food and a big thing of water that instantly like went rancid. And the poor cat like bursted out of the screen because she was probably like so confused and trying to just find something to do, I guess. And I remember just thinking like, bro, I felt so bad, bro, because I would just think like, what was in those last moments when the cat was getting attacked by the dog? Was she thinking about me? Like, was she like wishing like, where's my master? Because like, she would know that I would protect her from that. So it's just like, I hate that feeling, bro. When I think back, and that's why I really didn't talk to my sister for years. I was like, I held such a bad grudge to my sister, man, because she didn't even say sorry. I think she knew what she did was fucked up, but she couldn't like really give me a genuine apology because I don't know, she just couldn't come to terms with it. She just kept like justifying herself to make herself cope with it, I guess. But yeah, I remember just but yeah, I'm super fiercely protective of the animals in my care. I think so. Like, I don't even know how serious that shit would get until it happens. Like, if something did happen, which it's not going to. Why am I saying that? I'm like damning myself. But like, if something did happen, bro, I'm all in, bro. I'm all in. I don't care how big that dog is, too. And that scares me, though, because I know I'll get fucked up. But I just tell myself, like, bro, I'll be willing. I'd be willing to do anything. But yeah, I mean, I think that's good to have when it comes to like cats and like children and stuff. I feel like I'd be way more like that with my kids. I'd be way more fiercely protective. And obviously, I'm not like a weirdo. Like if it's like a human versus a cat, I'm putting the human. Like even if it's a human I don't know versus the cat I love, like I'm not putting a cat's life over a human's, even though I do love my cats like a lot, but I wouldn't do that. I don't know why some people are really weird. They're like, I love my cats more than people. I'm like, dude, you're fucking weird. It's appropriate to love your animals like an incredible amount, but a human's life is still like, you know, even though I feel like all humans, I feel like all life is equal, but like, think about it, like, if you were to be saved by someone and they picked a cat over you, how would you feel? You'd be like, in your last moments, you'd be like, dude, what the fuck did I do for this end to go out like this? Stuff like that. But yeah, I literally love animals. I love animals like crazy. Like so much.
I can handle that. Initiate retreat.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been seeing my story, but I've been like feeding these squirrels and shit. I'm thinking about building like a little house for them and setting up a camera inside of the box because I want them to try to nest in there so I could see some baby squirrels. That'd be awesome. Yeah, this game is taking too long. Let me just kill these people. I'm done playing around with these bitches. Yeah, let me hurry this up. I'm done with this. That's hilarious. All right, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm just gonna blast through these guys real quick, as you can see. I'm just about finishing. Over. GG. Okay, so I'm just gonna give a little quick outro for the stream. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming through. If you're watching this after, thank you for coming through. Next video that will be posted is a Nickelodeon tier list, which I've already recorded and edited. Will be coming out tomorrow. And yeah, till next time, see you on the Fart Martin channel. Wow.